The Spin-off Podcast Network.
This is Kiwi is back for a brand new season with more inspiring kōrero from special guests including rugby player, father and role model TJ Perenara.
My family bring me joy. Rugby brings me joy too, but it's not the same joy as my family brings me.
And global dancer and choreographer Kirsten Dodgen.
For some reason, people think I'm very intimidating.
Listen to the new season of This is Kiwi, brought to you by the Spin-off Podcast Network in collaboration with KiwiBank. Available now wherever you get your podcasts.
Are you curious about how business can be better? I'm Simon Pound, and I host Business is Boring, a podcast where I kōrero with some of the most interesting people in entrepreneurship, commerce, and making things happen. Tune in to Business is Boring every Tuesday, brought to you by the Spin-off Podcast Network in partnership with Spark Business Lab.
The new Technics A800 premium wireless headphones and AZ60 true wireless earbuds feature industry-leading noise cancelling, multi-point Bluetooth connection, superior call quality and long-lasting battery life. Indulge in superior sound like never before with Technics.
The Real Pod is brought to you by our good friends at Nando's. They've got restaurants across Aotearoa, and if you order through the Nando's app, you can collect Perry Perks points to redeem for delicious rewards. Hit nandos.co.nz to learn more and start earning.
Right.
Right, that was lovely.
That was nice, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Right.
Well, you could do that.
Real pod. Oh, dear.
Kia ora koutou, welcome to The Real Pod. It's the last Real Pod of this type, which has been so difficult to define.
Do you think we've adequately communicated anything about what's happening here?
No! As is our way. Put it this way, this is your last reality TV and real life in New Zealand. No, sorry, real news and real life. So I can't.
You're not getting any more real life.
You're not getting any more real life. Well, we can't help it seeping in if it seeps in where appropriate.
But we won't be going out of our way to detail the minutiae of our terrible lives anymore.
My name's Jane Yee. I'm joined by Alex Casey. There is an empty chair at the table where Duncan Grieve should be sitting, but got a meeting.
Got a meeting, innit?
We do have Tiahe Butler, though. Hi, Tiahe.
Hi, Jane.
And we're just gonna act like nothing's changed. We're gonna act like this isn't the last. I mean, we've been through so many versions. It's really not that emotional, is it?
And we're not going anywhere.
We're not going anywhere.
We just need to better define the marketing.
So a reminder in case you missed it, in our garbled explanation last week, we're going to just be doing recaps. Oh, no, that's not even really correct. We're going to continue doing real recaps, right?
Much like how this podcast started.
Exactly.
We're going back to our roots.
But we won't be doing a second podcast in the same week. So you'll be getting one top quality podcast a week. On the in-between seasons, like, for example, when Maths finishes up and before Below Deck Down Under starts, we will be doing a reality TV news goss wrap-up. But it's reality TV. That's the focus.
That's the focus.
So if you don't like reality TV, I don't know why you're here.
No.
Honestly, I don't know why you're here anyway.
I don't know why we're here.
Why are we here?
6 years in.
Huge question. 7, actually.
7?
7. Isn't that crazy?
A lot, isn't it? That's a lot.
Alex,
yeah.
I think we just get into it, shall we?
Let's do it. Let's
get into some real news. Dancing with the Stars is back, and so are the celebrities, and the craziest promo yet.
Loved it. Question: where did they film that?
Bethel's Beach.
God, it looked like the Sahara.
The llama, which you don't find at a beach or the Sahara, actually, as it was Sam Brooks pointed out in his little write-up of the promo that you find on the spinoff.co.nz. His name's Miguel.
Wow. Scoop.
And I know this, and I know it's Bethel's from looking at Sharon Casey's Instagram.
Good sleuthing, Jane.
This is the stuff you miss out on, Alex, not being on Instagram.
I know.
All the behind the scenes. Anyway, who are the 9 celebs? Can you list them off?
Off the top of my head, Brodie Kane, Butterbean, Kerry Woodham or McIver? What are we going with at the moment?
I think she's McIver these days, or is it the other way around?
I don't know. Eli Mathewson, Reese Mathewson.
Unrelated. One's got 2 T's.
Both comedians.
Yeah.
Jazz Thornton. Vaz from Heartbreak Island and The Bachelor. How am I doing? Sonia Gray.
Yep, you're getting there. You're almost completely there.
Oh, who am I forgetting?
You are forgetting, did you say, you didn't say David Latelli?
There's Butterbean.
Yeah, she said Butterbean.
There's Butterbean.
Oh, Butterbean.
Eric Murray.
Eric Murray. I'm excited. I think all these people are quite good dancers. I have a theory. That we're going to have quite a competitive season.
Look, the jury's out on Kerry Woodham for me, but only based on the promo.
Right.
Because there was actually quite a few fancy moves in the promo, but Kerry's were very subtle. I don't know if that's just, maybe they're trying to con us and she's going to come out and do some backflips. I don't know. We will wait and see.
Also, I mean, I don't know how long all these people have been cast for, but we know that this season has been delayed and re-announced and delayed for 2 years now. If these people have been on the books the whole time, they've been down at Candy Lane Dance Studios.
Of course they have.
They've been brushing up. Like, they're going to be amazing.
You had all that time during lockdown, to do some Zoom lessons with Candy.
Exactly. So exciting.
Interestingly, Kerry Lee Dewing, who was a nurse on Shortland Street for many, many years, she was the first and only cast member announced in the original before it all got delayed and COVIDized.
Oh.
And she's not there. I suspect it's because she was still on Shortland Street. No, she just recently left Shortland Street, I think, when they announced.
Right.
And so, no longer relevant, It's been too long.
Yeah,
no one remembers. These new nurses. Move on.
But everyone's talking about Vaz.
Oh, God. Okay. Now, this is a great little story. I feel like you'll feel very validated by this story, Alex. A British woman has ended up in hospital after holding in her farts around her boyfriend. A woman claims she ended up in hospital because she kept her fruity toots in when she was around her boyfriend. The woman was rushed to hospital after she developed some extreme stomach pain, where doctors diagnosed appendicitis, which she says were caused by her reluctance to break wind around her partner.
Wow.
Is that true? Is that a medical thing that can happen if you hold it in?
I don't know. I really don't know. But it's not healthy holistically for the relationship, Fart. Be free.
I know you're a big fan of just letting loose. I haven't personally experienced that, but I know we've spoken about your grandmothers who both have.
Wherever you may be, let your wind be free.
Yeah. I think this story, I'm reading between the lines, and I reckon it smacks of a girlfriend who is annoyed that her boyfriend insists that she doesn't fart around him. And so she's like, now look what happened.
I got
appendicitis because you made me hold in my farts.
What I'm amazed at is her ability to hold it in. How does it get to that point? At a point, your body's just like, go, go, go,
And surely she can just whip outdoors or something.
Balcony time on maths, Take some balcony time. I knew somebody who was married to someone of 10 years. He had never heard her fart before.
I know someone, she's pregnant at the moment as well, and I'm like, oh, I don't know how long this is going to last. But same deal. They've been married.
Wow.
8 years.
Incredible.
She's never farted in front of him. In fact, they've never farted in front of each other.
Really?
Just wild.
Can't relate.
And he's a tradie.
Cannot relate. And he's a tradie.
Yeah. So don't believe the stereotypes, I was expecting when she got to hospital, this British woman, I was expecting that they were going to say, you've got really bad, gas build-up, you're bloated, and because gas pain can be very, very, very sore. So I just did the appendicitis thing. I think I need to go consult some medical journals.
Well, We need to know more. We need to know more. We need to get this lady on the pod, to be honest.
And local bird news, she would not want to have anything to do with us.
True.
The amount we talk about the sort of thing that she's trying not to do. A Christchurch budgie flew away, only to be found not far from where he lives. In any other country, probably city, this wouldn't be news
No.
of any sort.
It would barely
Right.
be a Facebook post.
The Otago Daily Times, bless them, has been an excellent source of real news, and our final hurrah has brought us the story of the Christchurch nana whose grandson's pet budgie escaped his cage while she was cleaning it. Panic ensued before the budgie was found safe at a neighbour's house.
The budgie was called Smudge.
Smudgy the budgie. What a great name.
A happy story, really. What else
Yeah.
can you say? I feel it must have been very stressful for the nana when Smudge exited the cage. But glad that it's all been resolved.
I feel like I have a story that's very relatable in terms of Smudge the Budge that will be coming up in real life.
Wow, what a tease.
I also can relate to this one. A man is amazed to find a big chip. It's all going on in Britain, I tell you. A British man was astonished to discover. Is this the result of Britain opening up, by the way? Just like all this British news, like huge
Right,
news.
true.
A British man was astonished to discover a very big chip in his packet of chips. The mutant chip was nearly 15 centimetres long and cheese and onion flavoured. Rather than eating the giant slice of tatery goodness, the new chip daddy plans to auction it to raise money for Ukrainian refugees. Lovely cause. Lovely chip. I don't think I could resist.
15 centimetres. What are we talking? What's that? Like a phone?
Like,
Longer than a phone?
Half a ruler? Half a Taurus ruler?
I mean, we have to ask
we're all
the
doing
question.
this with our
We have
hands.
to-
We're all doing the thing. Like, how big was the fish you caught?
And I mean, what I'm saying is, how girthy was Doug? Could this be?
we know
this
for
be
sure
Doug?
it's not Doug, because Doug is a gourd fraud. Speaking of giant things, you know how I don't love feijoas?
Yes.
I really, really don't like them. And I have a big old feijoa tree outside my house. And in a cruel twist of fate, I can't even like gather them up and give them to the neighbours because they're all riddled with guava moth. My children like feijoas. I can't give them to them. So I've just got this big, smelly, horrible tree reminding me of the things I don't like in life. And look at this thing that it dropped. That is enormous.
Wow.
You can't see the size. It's like the size of my palm and then some. It's huge.
And the way you're holding it almost looks like the size of your head. I mean, you're doing some Peter Jackson tricks right now
I am,
with the distance.
Okay.
But
The closer I get to the
that is
camera.
an amazing
What if I do
feijoa.
this? I'm just doing some
Like a
influencer
beauty
style.
vlogger. Yeah.
Yeah, helping the camera
Can you see
focus
this,
on the
Joe?
giant.
Yeah. Would you say that's like avocado size?
Small avocado,
Small avocado is what it
for
looks
sure.
like.
You should auction it, Joan.
Well, it looks pretty clean on the outside, but I do see a couple of little dots. So I feel like there's probably some larvae in the. Oh yeah, there's a dot.
So does
there.
that mean the guava moth is...
it's either
inside?
in there right now, or it's little larvae's gone in, done its thing, popped out, and in the meantime, the inside of this will be all brown and disgusting.
Yum!
Yum! Anyway,
Amazing.
Get rid of them
Love
all.
That
Get
show,
rid of them all.
Love that show and tell on a podcast.
I was listening to another proper podcast the other day, and they talked about something that was visual, and I felt really good about it.
Right.
Like it was a proper one.
What
a
was
proper
it?
big name. I can't remember. But I remember that they talked about something that they could both see and no one else could see. And I was like, yes, see? See?
Inspired you.
Two Aucklanders are to represent New Zealand in the world finals of paper plane throwing competition. Dan Kingsley and Bailey Parsons will fly to Austria, hopefully not on a paper plane, to compete in the world finals of the Red Bull Paper Wings event. Paper plane pilots from 63 countries will fold a sheet of A4 and compete to see which plane makes it the furthest, longest. Furthest and longer. Okay, yeah, got it. Just had to get my head around that for a second. In the New Zealand finals, Parsons' winning plane flew 43 metres, while Kingsley stayed in the air for 7.93 seconds. Holy hell, that's a long time.
Yeah, 43
And a
metres.
long way.
How many feijoas is that? That's like...
Do they
Shit
control
ton.
the? Do they control the air around the flying zone? You know,
I'd
is there
like to
like a
know.
no pressure
Yeah.
chamber?
The YouTube videos that I've, for some reason, watched in my past of people throwing paper planes really far, they do it inside big warehouses.
Okay,
Right.
so it's like a controlled environment.
It's not an outdoor thing where they could be picked up by a breeze or.
Yeah, it has to be a controlled environment, surely.
Wow, I feel like this is the kind of thing that we could start training for, you know? Of all
It's surprising
the sports.
though when you scratch away at the surface of these weird hobbies, how long people have been doing them for, and like there's a whole like underground world. Well, not underground, but you know, there's a whole world
sky,
that
really.
exists. There's like forums, tutorials, videos, all sorts. You know, it's just I want to know how those stats stack up with the world stats. Like, do we have a shot here?
There's only one way to find out. If you gave me a piece of paper right now, I would not know how to fold it into a plane, but I would go away
come
for
on.
a few weeks.
Of course you do.
I don't think I would.
Fold in half, top corners in, fold
And
down
then
the
you just
sides.
fold
That's
the
your
sides
basic.
down. I tried to make a hat recently.
Oh God,
Not easy.
someone's calling me. I don't know who it is.
Answer it.
Should I take it?
The rule of the
Should I
pod.
take it?
Oh, no, I'm scared.
Hello, Jane speaking.
Hello, we got a delivery for you. What's outside?
Oh, okay, cool. Thank you very much. Bye.
Bye.
Did you hear that?
I did hear that.
That is part of my real life. That's why I'm at home at the moment. Where are
Jane
they?
is frantically looking out the window right now. Just give you some commentary.
I actually need to pause because they've just said they're outside and I can't see anyone. So
Okay.
I want to make sure they're not at the neighbours. I'll keep rolling.
Cool in the background.
Jane has got up for the people at home to reveal her dog sitting on the bed. This is exciting.
I need to call them back.
Did they
There's
not get
nothing there.
There's nothing there.
Nothing there.
Oh my God,
where?
this is an unfolding story.
Oh my God. Oh, hi there. I just spoke to you about a delivery. I can't see anything outside, so I just want to make sure that you've got the right address.
You have to walk down the stairs. It's outside.
No, there's nothing outside my place.
Well, what street is it? Oh no, sorry, it's not. We didn't do that.
Oh, okay. I am expecting a delivery. Are you from Countdown or no?
Oh no, we're from PVT.
That's not me. Okay, that's not me. So I'm not sure. Perhaps someone put down the wrong number. But okay, all good. Thank you.
Alright, you're welcome, bye.
Bye.
Wow, what are the odds of that?
Oh my God. Okay. We should probably do real life in just a minute.
Without Nando's, there would be no real pod.
There'd also be no cheesy garlic pita.
Basically, Nando's changed all of our lives.
Now, we all know that times are tough for hospo, and sadly, Nando's have had to temporarily shut down some of their restaurants. So make sure you check the website to see which stores are still open before you visit.
However, if you prefer to eat at home, like I do, because I'm lazy, Nando's Delivery has got you covered, and there's a nice little bonus on the side.
You can order a scrumptious meal directly from the Nando's app on your telephone or the website on your computer and earn Perry Perks points.
Once you're on the Nando's train, you are definitely not going to want to get off, and you can use your points towards future orders.
You don't get Perry Perks through other delivery services, so great hack.
If you're a fan of the Real Pod, show our besties at Nando's some love. Visit nandos.co.nz or download the app today.
At Zed, we're all about moving with the times. And now it's time to be part of the climate change solution and move on from fossil fuels. As a New Zealand company providing fuel to people all over the country, we also know we have a real opportunity to lead that change. We're committed to keeping Aotearoa moving by providing the right energy for everyone. We believe that innovation in fuel and how it's used can make a huge difference to our planet. Find out more at zed.co.nz.
Okay, I should start.
Yeah, please.
So that I can give some context to what just happened there. Okay, for a start, I'm at home at the moment. And the reason that I'm at home and not in the studio is because I did a countdown order. The children were coming into my care again yesterday. I timed the countdown order so that I'd be able to have all the lunchbox bits and pieces, fruit and veg that they need. And it turned up and I took it inside and went, oh, this seems a little light. And they'd forgotten to deliver all my fridge goods. All my fruit and veg, all my deli meats, all my dairy.
Oh, no.
No milk, the works. And I was like, just to add insult to injury, I had a 7 o'clock Board of Trustees meeting this morning. So I had to be making lunches at like 6 in the morning,
Wow.
And so I got in touch with Olive, the countdown chatbot, and waited for like 15 minutes to be put through to a real person. I was like, and the driver's still out here. He's probably got my chilled goods on the truck. Can he just drop them off? And they're like, no, we can only deliver them tomorrow, exactly when we record the podcast. And they were like, we can give you a refund. I was like, I don't want a refund. I want my stuff because I don't want to have to go through the process of ordering and booking a window and all that carry on. Anyway, so that's why I've had to record at home. The problem was when we got to the end of the chat, she was like, is that okay? I couldn't enter any more text. And I'm frantically trying to tell her, yes, that's okay. It just it froze. And then I tried to get back in touch with them to say, hey, I was just talking to someone. I actually don't know if the delivery's coming tomorrow or not now. And I waited again for 15 minutes. Someone comes on and is like, hi, how can I help you? And then I explain everything. No reply.
Oh my gosh.
Ghosted.
Now, is Olive a real person or is Olive AI?
Olive's the chatbot, but if you don't customer care or real human or something, then she transfers you.
So now you're waiting.
Now
for
I'm
what
waiting
may or
to
may
see.
not be a delivery of your fridge items.
So now you can understand why when the man called and said, we've got delivery outside, I thought, got to get that in the fridge.
Yeah, of course.
And went out to find nothing there.
And he had called the wrong number.
Called the wrong number.
That is suspicious that he would call at this exact time while we are broadcasting. It's interesting.
I just feel very trolled right now.
I think you're
very
being trolled. What did you put in the kids' lunchboxes?
Well, oh my God, they are ringing back. Hello, Jane speaking.
Hello, Jane. From PBT, I just got a pick for you, but I'm outside at your work.
They're outside.
They're here.
Do you want me to go?
Yeah.
Oh my
Sorry,
God.
I'm actually at home, but I've got someone from.
Tell them I'm coming.
Someone's popping down to grab the package.
Holy
Thank
shit.
you.
I'll just leave. I'll wait for someone to come down.
She's coming right down now.
All right.
Appreciate it. Bye. Do you want to know what my delivery is?
Is it groceries?
No. What they're delivering there is some lovely bulbs of flowers that have been that I was put onto by someone in the Real Pod Corner from Bulbs
nice.
Direct. Yeah.
We can do a real review.
We can do it. Well, we need to wait a few months. So they've got to plant them sort of soonish, and then they won't pop up until springtime.
Okay. I see.
So it's playing the long game.
Wow.
Is she there? Is she back?
She is.
This
Bulbs
is
Direct.
honestly
Bulbs Direct.
Bulbs Direct. That kind of is quite crazy that will happen, and then you've ended up with my package.
Is it an exciting package or is it?
I was just telling Tia here, it's bulbs of plants, of flowers that I was put onto by someone in the corner for good plant
cute.
bargains from Bulbs Direct.
Well, there you go. Shout out. Maybe a potential sponsor in the future. Happy gardening,
Maybe.
smiley face, it says on the side.
Oh, that's
a
so
lovely
nice.
personal touch. Wow. But you still
sorry,
don't have
yeah.
your groceries.
You've got your
bulbs.
children's. I can do some gardening, but I can't have a potty yogurt with it,
Incredible. Maybe your shopping will turn up at my house tonight. Who knows?
While I'm driving past,
Yeah.
and then I'll pick it up and hand it to you, and then we'll realise it's mine, and the whole world feels topsy-turvy at the moment.
It's chaos.
I shouldn't be surprised. Okay, also, that aside, another thing that was inspired kind of by the corner, kind of by you, kind of by my ex-husband, is I'm now the proud owner of 2 kittens.
Yay!
And this all came about a couple of weeks ago. Joel sent me a picture of a lovely kitten and said, do you know anyone who wants a kitten? His friend had found this kitten and it needed a new home. And I was like, I want it. And he was like, don't be silly. And I thought about it. And then I was like, just see if the kit's still available. And by that stage, it had gone, right?
Mm.
But the seed had been sown.
The bulb.
Much like a bulb from Bulbs Direct. And then it was Pet Week on the spin-off last week.
Mm-hmm.
And in celebration of Pet Week, which was masterminded by Alex Casey,
Thank you.
the corns in the corner were like, let's share our pets. And everyone was sharing their pets.
Aww.
And there were so many cute pets. And I shared my dead pets, and I shared my pets that have been rehomed with my sister because she stole them after they got along better with her and her family when we moved to LA. And I miss those cats. And I was like, I'm going to get a cat. I'm going to get 2 cats.
Yes.
Because 2 cats is great, right?
2
They
cats.
play with each other,
Yeah.
double the cute, all of that stuff. So I did. And I've got 2 kittens, and they're called Mabel and Patty.
Oh.
And they're delightful.
That's so cute.
We did lose Patty last night.
Inside the home?
Okay, the children were here, and I couldn't find him anywhere. And we spent about 15 minutes. I don't have a big place. We spent about 15 minutes looking for him, and I was freaking out because normally he's quite social and he's happy to like come out and say hi. And I had this horrible feeling that one of the kids had ducked outside, that the cat had gone, and they're too scared to tell me because I would have absolutely. And I waited until like the very last minute I've decided he's definitely gone to text my my cat loving friend who's very concerned about me having cats to say, I've lost Patty, only to turn around and he just walks out of the lounge. I have no idea where he was. We were looking in cupboards and drawers, under everything, through everything.
Oh my gosh. I had that when we first got Link, because I mean, Link was completely basically feral. He came from a cat colony. He was so scared. He hissed at us constantly. And we put him in a very small room. You know, you got to keep them enclosed for a while. And I opened this tiny room and he wasn't there. And there was no open windows. There was nothing. And I was like, this doesn't make sense. And I was like, Joe, Link's gone. But it turns out Link had flattened himself and slotted into the bookshelf on top of the books, like just this long black line. And I couldn't.
That's like
I could
those
not even see
bored
him.
panda photos where they're like, look a little closer.
Yeah, and he was just like, like just trying not to be seen. He was so stressed. Nothing's really changed 7 years on, of course.
What made it all more stressful for me last night when that happened with Patty was also when I was dealing with the missing.
Oh no, the missing groceries. The missing cat. Janie.
And one of them peed on the curtain, and so there was a puddle of pee. It was all on.
Yeah.
It was all on for young and
when
old.
you've got kittens, you know? That's a lot.
But anyway, I still love them, and they're great.
They're very cute. Have you put a picture of them in the corner?
Yes, I have.
Very exciting.
The corn's very happy to have influenced me in that direction. Other thing, I won't labour on it. Forgot to pick the kids up from school last week. How's your week been?
Is there anyone in your household you haven't lost this week?
No. Pickle. I haven't lost Pickle.
Yeah.
That's because he sticks to me like glue.
That's true. I don't have a lot to report. I do have this thing that happens to me quite a lot when I go outside, that I come across animals, injured, lost, maybe Patty, you know, for example. And so on the weekend I did try and sort of take in a stray dog that was milking, but then it nearly bit me, and then it ran out onto the road. It was very stressful. And it turns out...
What do you mean it was milking?
It had like boobs, so it had puppies.
Right.
So I probably shouldn't have come for it, but it didn't have a collar, and it was running along Mount Albert Road, and I was real stressed. But it turns out you can't just call like a dog catcher anymore. At least I don't think you can. Unless...
Can't you call the council?
Nah, you have to do a form.
Animal control?
It's only if you can get the dog in your possession, you can call and be like, can I drop this off? But I don't think someone comes out with like a net anymore. I could be wrong. Fact check, Lucy Kelly.
The pound doesn't roll up with their truck and their nets.
I don't know. Well, I was blacking out. I couldn't figure out who to ring. I'd like to know.
This is like me with the pug. Remember the pug
Yes, I
from
do
like
remember
a
the
month
pug.
or so ago when I was kind of panicking and in a weird state of like I was on my way to somewhere and I pulled over and I was like double parked. And
That's right. You almost got cancelled on social media.
I got dog stealer.
The pug stealer. So that was an unsuccessful rescue mission. But then the next day I had a great one up at Tawharanui, beautiful beach. There was an injured bird, big brown sort of gull thing, that was sitting there. At first I thought it was a turtle, and I was like, this is so exciting. It was not a turtle, but it was okay. I still realised I needed to do something because it couldn't move, and it was like sitting amongst all the people, and it was clearly something wasn't right. So I called Doc. First funny thing, when you call Doc, it goes, press 1 for seals, press 2 for everything else. So I pressed 2 for everything else. But then the guy on the phone was like, I think this is just a seagull. And I was like, it's brown. You don't understand. It's brown. It's not like a seagull I've ever seen. He's like, yeah, it's a young seagull. And I was like, but it's big. And he's like, it's a seagull. Unfortunately, we can't do anything. Doc, don't take care of them. You can try the SPCA. You can try a vet. So I was like, oh my God, I'm beside myself at this point. Thank you, Doc. Hung up. At this point, speeding along the beach was a council ranger in like a khaki shirt and shorts and hiking boots. And my friend Zoe was like, there's a ranger, because she'd been talking about rangers before. But in my head, I panicked because I was like, is ranger a real thing? Or is that just like is that like saying sheriff or something in New Zealand? Like, is that actually what they're called? So I waved him over. And then I panicked and I didn't want to say ranger in case I was wrong. So I just said, are you a person? And he was a person. He was a person.
And is this a bird?
He was a person. He picked up, it was a juvenile seagull, Doc was right, and he put it up high on a cliff so it could take off freely. And it was a very happy ending.
Wait. So you found a bird.
Yeah.
That all it needed to do was be left the fuck alone, really, and it would be fine?
Well, no, because it was like it hadn't had a proper flight yet, and it had ended up sort of stumbling on the beach, and it couldn't take off from the beach because it was too low.
Like someone with a glider just trying to run along the beach.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
need to be
so
up
he needed
high.
a bit of elevation. So he popped him up there, and hopefully that bird is, flying high in the literal way, not the dead way.
Not being eaten by a seal.
Not fly. Yeah.
Press 1 for
Press
seal.
1.
Are seals more time sensitive? Is that what it's about?
know.
Are you in more danger if there's a seal?
I reckon it's a
interesting.
demand thing. I reckon they get more calls about seals than anything else.
Yeah, fair.
Are there seals about?
Not. Look, it's a very Auckland centric thing to ask, isn't it?
Right.
I think around all around everywhere else.
Yeah, you just go to the rocks.
There's
They're
seals
just
everywhere.
seals on the rocks. Just,
Seals driving cars.
Up Northland, oh my goodness, you see seals up there. Look, I don't know. That's an investigative piece in that, surely.
But yeah, that's me. That's all basically. It's been all go.
Tia, have you got any? You do anything embarrassing?
no,
Ask
nothing.
a person if they're a person. Anything like
Nothing
that?
that registers on the scale that we've established today. Really just...
Unbelievable.
We've been to some places. Holy. No, I'm good.
I knew this would bloody happen. I knew we'd get to the end of the podcast and the delivery still wouldn't be here, and I could have gone in. Not only could I have gone in and done the podcast in studio, I could have received my bulbs directly. You know?
Could you not have just come in and left a note saying, leave my shopping here? Thank you.
It was chilled goods, Alex.
Yeah, but
not
you've got
leaving
some wiggle room.
No, I'm very, very
you're
pedantic
funny
about that
about
kind of
that.
thing. I'm funny about that, and also you can see my front porch from the street, and all through COVID, people have been very opportunistic about fetching other people's groceries from their front stoop, and I didn't want that.
Porch pirates.
I didn't want to have porch pirates be the next chapter in this saga.
Fair enough. Stay vigilant, everyone.
To answer your question from ages ago, managed to scrape some things together for the kids' lunch boxes. They're fine. And all I have to do now is remember to pick them up from school. Okay, that's it. That's the very last Real Pod like this.
Amazing.
Until we decide to bring it back. Thank you very much, Alex Casey. Always a pleasure. Thank you, Duncan, in absentia. Thank you, T.I. here. You're wonderful. Thank you, Tara.
Thank you,
Amazing.
Tara.
Angel of the news.
Thank you, Jane, as well. And Pickle.
Thank you. You're welcome.
And Mabel and Paddy.
Thank you for remembering them. And also a special mention to our comrades who have, past and present, who have contributed to this version of the pod. Should I be doing this? Is it that big of a deal? Tina, Callum, Rachel.
Start playing
All
the
right.
Oscars music. Let's wrap this up.
All right. See you next week for the maths. Actually, see you tomorrow for the maths recap, and then next week for the next maths. Goodbye.
Bye.
Start your day with The Bulletin, a newsletter from The Spin-Off summarising New Zealand's biggest breaking stories and highlighting the best reporting from around the country. Sign up for free today at thespinoff.co.nz/newsletters.
Do you find it hard staying optimistic with all the financial news in the media? I'm Bernard Hickey, and on my podcast, When the Facts Change, I'm here to help you navigate the ever-changing landscape of economics in Aotearoa. So join the conversation every Friday on When the Facts Change, brought to you by the Spin-Off Podcast Network in partnership with KiwiBet.
Kia ora, I'm Duncan Grieve, founder of The Spin-Off. You can help us keep all of The Spin-Off's award-winning journalism free for everybody by becoming a member today at thespinoff.co.nz/donate.
The Spin-Off Podcast Network.